Welcome to my first video. I'm going to cover, say you want to automate your home. We're going to start off with, what do you want from your home?
Wake up, Daddy's home.
Welcome home, sir.
Unfortunately, your wife, girlfriend, whatever, I have a better name for mine, which is...
I am yesterday, today and tomorrow. I am sorrow, longing, and hope unfulfilled. I am Hashamuddin, she who must be
She who must be obeyed.
I.
She thinks the house is going to look like this. But watching this video, we can prove it's not. So let's get started. To make sure I've done this joke already, haven't I? So what do you need? A computer that's running Windows and access to the internet. So let's get this road on the show. So we're going to need to access some things. So things we're going to need. Well, we're going to need Home Assistant. So I've gone to the Home Assistant install area, and there's all these possible things that you can install on. But like I said, we're just going to do it on a Windows machine for now. So we need to remember 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage and 2 CPUs. So I'm going to pick VirtualBox. I've done all types of virtual machines, and this is the one that seems to work the best. I'll put a link in the description below to where this is. We then want to get VirtualBox. So we're using a Windows host. I've got Windows 11 here. So again, it just downloads. And again, I'll put a link in the description. So we've got those. We don't need this for now. So the next thing we need to do is find somewhere to put it. So I'm going to create a folder on the desktop. So a new folder. And I'm going to call it HA for Home Assistant. And inside that folder, I'm going to create another folder called Virtual Machine. Okay, so we're all there. I'm then going to go back to my browser, and I'm going to go and find my downloads. So if I click here, it will show me where those files are. And look, they're all here. Let's minimize all these. You don't need to know what's there. Right, so I only need these 2 files. So I'm pressing Shift on the first one and then clicking on the second one. So I'm going to go right click and go copy. And in Windows, they've forgotten to, they realised that people can read, and they've just gone with symbols. So I'll just click copy. I'm going to minimize the browser again. I'm going to move downloads out the way, and I'm in the HA area, so I'm going to right click and go paste. So in they go. So first thing I need to do is find the HA. It's been zipped, so it's been squashed, so we can download it quickly. So double click on that, right click and go copy again, back to HA. This is the actual virtual machine, so I put it in the virtual machine folder. So I pasted it into there, and there you go. It's quite a big file, as you can see. So back to HA, and I want to install VirtualBox. So double click. And I'm going to click on yes. Okay, I'm going to get rid of downloads because I'm not going to need that anymore. So click next. Sometimes it needs some things installing. You just need to say yes to them. Am I going to accept the terms? Quick read. Yeah, I can read really fast. Okay, I'm going to accept the license agreement and click next. Where do I want it installed? Yeah, there's as good as anywhere. it's going to affect my network settings, so I'm just going to click yes. Oh, like I said, we're missing dependencies, so I'm going to click yes, I need them installed, and yes, I want all those shortcuts created and things like that. Click install, and off it goes. Right, I'll pause recording because this isn't going to be very exciting unless you like watching green bars. And again now, so start Oracle VirtualBox after installation. I'm going to click yes and finish. And up comes VirtualBox. I don't need the folder again, so I'm going to minimize that. I don't know what this one is, so I'm going to say the program is installed correctly. So VirtualBox is running, but we don't have a virtual machine. So let's click on new. I'm going to change the name to being Bob, and then I'm going to change the location to other, and I'm going to pick the desktop because I know where that is. I'm going to go into HA, VM, and say select folder. So I haven't got an ISO image. It's not a Windows machine, it's a Linux machine, and it's going to be other Linux. I'm attending in school while I'm sat here, so I don't really need to do anything hardware wise. So what did it say? It said I needed 2 CPUs, 4 gig of RAM, and a 32 gigabyte hard disk. Now the important bit is we need to enable EFI. Hard disk wise, it would like to create one here, but we don't want that because we've already put one, so we'll use an existing image. So I'll click on that, I'll say add. Oh look, it's got the right place because I picked the right place there. I click that one, click open, and click choose, and then we click finish. So here's Bob all ready to go, but is it? I'm just going to check a few things because I've just noticed that it says 512 and we wanted 2 gig. So I click on settings, and there's Bob. So we need to change this. Can I just use the things? No, that's a silly way of doing it. We needed 2048. Okay, it's other Linux. It wants a mouse, it wants a keyboard, it can use video display. All this looks right. Now, in networking, we don't want NAT because we want it to be on our big network eventually outside of Windows. I'm just going to take bridged adapter. So what it will do is it will go over the top of the Windows and kind of work within Windows. Okay, and I think that's all we need to do for now, so I'm going to click OK. I'm then going to click start, and we'll notice a little icon appearing somewhere. It's saying powering up, and here comes Bob. No, that's Bod, isn't it? Right, it's booting up now. So we've actually got the virtual machine running in this window and then the control thing running in the other window. Right, we'll speed this up because it's not very exciting. Right, so it's there. Now, there's something that's important here. We need to remember this address here. But when you've looked at all the Home Assistant videos, Home Assistant wasn't a black screen with text on, because this is the server. It's not the application, it's the server. So we need to remember 192.168.1.28. So back to the browser, and if we type in 192.168.1.28, so that's my one, and press enter, it doesn't work. 192.168.1.28. Ah, 192.168.1.28 colon 8123. Preparing Home Assistant. This may take 20 minutes or more. Quick bit of fast forward. And we're there. Right, so that number up there is going to be important. You need to remember that. I could create my smart home, but I'm going to point out restore from backup. That's going to be useful because I'll be using that in later on videos. Right, so we're all ready to go. I could read the vision, I could download apps, I could join the community, but I'm already a member. So let's go create my smart home. So what am I going to call it? That's who I'm going to be. My username is going to be wrong words, and my password, that's nice of Chrome, isn't it, is going to be something that I can remember that's quite complicated. Password. That's not complicated enough. Password. Don't use that as a password. It needs to be strong and unique. Okay, where's my home location? Well, I'm going to say Aylesbury. Click on the map. Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire. Next. Now that's quite useful because it means that if you have a weather map, I'm not going to save my password, you know where you are. So this is useful for Home Assistant because you're getting it free. It's a good idea to share everything with Home Assistant so they know what's being used and what's going on. So we click next. Right, I've got lots of things on my network and it's found them. Look, it's found my TV, it's found my printer, it's found some Toyo devices, it's found a Matter device, it's found loads of stuff. I'm just going to click finish for now. Right, so that's Home Assistant all set up and ready to go. That's the end of this video. I'm going to cover setting it all up in a different video. Thank you very much. Click like and subscribe to see more. You know when you switched off my computer so you could play Candy Crush on it and all the lights stopped working? Have you heard the term cause and effect? No, I didn't think so.